Hey everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about a Whirlpool washer, and I'll specifically be showing you and telling you how to change the wash time. It'll be a simple tutorial and I'll go over a few ways to change the wash time on your Whirlpool washer, just like this over here. So what I have here is my old Whirlpool washer, and I'm gonna go over a few options. The first option is the easiest one, okay? But this specific Whirlpool washer does not have that option. And the first option is gonna be that if there is an option on this screen to change the wash time, to add more time, okay, to get a more intensified wash, then you can just, on some washers, they might have the option to just give it more time or less time, okay? And they'll adjust. So you can put more time and they'll adjust the type of wash according to how much time you put. But for this one, this doesn't have that. But if yours has the option to just add more time on the control screen, then guess what? Just add more time. Simple as that. But most of the time, they're not going to have that option. So you're going to have to work with the other controls that control the time indirectly. Okay? So the first one that I'm going to show you that I would do with regards to this Whirlpool washer to add more wash time or change the wash time to get more or less is I would use the cycle setting. So if it's on normal, that's going to be your standard wash. There are ones that are going to reduce the time to change the wash time to less, like quick wash. A quick wash would change the wash time to less. Okay? If you wanted to add more wash time, okay, you would do heavy duty or something like towels. Those would add wash time. So by going from normal to the other options, you're going to be able to reduce the wash time or add the wash time. So let's say you're in a rush and you want less of a wash time, you go to quick wash. Boom, done, easy, quick wash. Basically the fastest option that's going to wash your clothes. Let's say you have more time and you want to get more of an intense soak and more of an intense wash, then you could do something like towels or heavy duty. That's going to add wash time, but it's going to give you a better wash, a more intense wash. Okay? Very simple. And normal is the standard one. Now, generally speaking, I like to stick to normal because, towels is meant for towels and heavy duty is meant for things that are heavy duty. But you can use those with other garments of clothing, but just remember that the cycle is meant for those specific things. So if you're changing the wash time by changing the cycle, there are cons. Like if you're putting in regular clothes and you're putting them on a towel cycle or a heavy duty cycle, the washer is going to be more aggressive with them. So the clothes might deteriorate a little bit faster. You always have to keep that in mind. But this is indeed the first option for changing the wash time, which is using the different cycles on the washer. And obviously, you can use your judgment with whatever you're putting in there. Make sure the cycle somewhat lines up with what you're loading into there, so you don't get any of the cons, right? So maybe stick with the ones that are meant for regular clothing and just figure out the shortest or the longest wash time according to the ones that are meant for regular clothing if you're loading regular clothing in there. Anyways, that's the first option, changing the cycle setting, okay? The second option is going to be to adjust the soil level, which is how much is in the washer. So in this one, you can see it says extra heavy, heavy, normal, or light, okay? Now, let's say you're putting in a normal load, okay? And you want to add more time, you can go to, let's say, heavy. Okay, I wouldn't jump up or down 2 levels. Like if you're putting in a massive load in here, I wouldn't go from extra heavy to light or even to normal. That doesn't work because then it's not going to wash it properly. But let's say you're putting in a normal amount of clothes and you want it to be faster, you can probably go to light and it'll be faster. It probably won't do as good of a job at washing the clothes, but it will get them clean and it will be faster. Or you want it to be longer, you could then go to heavy. I wouldn't jump up or down 2 levels, but you can sort of jump up or down 1 level and it will do a different job at washing the clothes, but they're probably still going to be clean and you are going to get to change the wash time. Okay, that's the second option, is adjusting the soil level. But like I said, use your judgment, keep it within a decent range of what is normal for what you're putting in there. Okay, and the last thing I want to talk about is going to be to add more wash time, which is the extra rinse. Okay, so the extra rinse is great. I actually have just recently started using the extra rinse on a somewhat more regular basis because it does wash all of that smell of the of the detergent out. Like when you do the extra rinse, you get clothes that come out of there just smelling like basically nothing. Instead of getting that little bit of like a detergent smell after, sometimes and this is, I'm talking about with my other washer, because this is my old washer. We got a new washer. So just with the new washer, I started using the extra rinse a little bit more often whenever I have the time, because it adds more wash time. But like I said, it's a personal preference thing, but if you want to add more wash time, you can indeed use the extra rinse and it will add more wash time. I think on my current washer, when I add on the extra rinse, it added like 11 minutes or something like that. So it does add more wash time with the extra rinse. So that's it. I've gone over basically the option that I don't have on here, which is to adjust the wash time directly. And then I've gone over the 3 options that I would use on this machine, which is the first one is the cycle setting. The second one is the soil level setting, and the third one is adding in the extra rinse. And that is how to basically change the wash time on your Whirlpool washer. And hopefully you like this video. I tried to keep it short and sweet and straight to the point. Hopefully you enjoyed it. So we're gonna roll the outro. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.